So I took a couple months out of Marvel Snap. I played a hell of a lot of it when my daughter was born. It's probably one of the best card games to play with literally one hand while you're holding a baby. Incredible stuff. So I'm a little bit out of practice and there's a lot of cards that I don't have. When I left, I didn't have Thanos. However, this month I am back in quite hard. I'm really enjoying it. And I finally opened a Thanos. Also, they've nerfed a load of stuff that was bugging me. Galactus, for example, too. Consistently beating Galactus makes me very happy. So when Marvel Snap reached out and said they wanted to highlight Conquest as a game mode and would like to do a video on it, I bit their hand off. So this video is brought to you by Marvel Snap. Hashtag sponsor. So if you want to try out Marvel Snap or get back into it, you can hit up the game via the link in the description below. In today's video, we're going to look at Conquest mode, which is a new game mode that involves you going up essentially a mini ladder, going against opponents, and if you beat them, you unlock basically tickets for a prize wall that you can redeem for things in game. So here we have Conquest, which I've already played a little bit of before turning my camera on. I thought I'd familiarise myself with this new game mode. And Conquest comes with a medal shop. So essentially, as you win medals for winning games in Conquest, you can redeem these medals for things. Credits, gold, tickets to go again, kind of like going infinite if you don't think about other card games and their other like limited game modes. This is not limited, you're playing with decks, constructed decks. And over the course of the month or the season, you will unlock more options in the prize wall, as I'm calling it. My words, not theirs. So for example, in a week and a half's time, I'll be able to pop these medals in for Mr. Sinister Boosters, who's the thematic lead of this season of Conquest, or I can get boosters for other random stuff, things like that. If I'm completely honest, I think the prize wall pricing is a little bit steep. I mean, I played about half an hour this morning, got 200 medals. I mean, that means that I need to play, what, 3 or 4 hours to get 200 gold. I think that's a little bit steep, and I hope they bring the pricing cost down. That said, and this is Future Vince here talking, after playing a little bit more, looking at the pricing of like gold, for example in Conquest, the gold league, as it were, the gold ladder, you get like thousands of medals opposed to hundreds in like the infinite trees and stuff and the gold trees. So it does seem like it feels a little bit lower on the beginning end, but once you ramp up and get like 3 or 5 wins in a row, you get some reasonable payouts for medals for a mode that is essentially free, even if you have to work towards the upper end of Conquest. But the main question is it fun? Am I enjoying it? Well, from the handful of games I've already played prior to recording this video, very much so. It's utilising the 1v1 tournament structure of Marvel Snap, where you play the same deck against the same opponent on the same deck multiple times. For each cube you get through the Marvel Snap bartering sort of mechanic, that is how much health you lose when you lose that match. So for example, if you lose an 8 cube and a 4 cube or a 2 cube, you are toast. This means that retreating when you've only got a few cubes left or a few pips in your health bar allows you to have another shot at turning the tides of the best of X set. Some battles will go to best of 2, where someone gets very greedy, does an 8 and a 2 and loses, or an 8 and a 4, whatever it works out at. Other ones, sometimes you'll have back and forth of winning and losing blocks of 2, which creates a tension that I think is really fun. Prior to playing Conquest, I had literally no experience of playing the tournament mode, as I'm calling it, I don't know if it's their words, but the mode that's used for, you know, best of X sets. So far in playing it for a handful of Conquest runs, I think it's really fun. The tension is super interesting compared to the normal ladder grind. And it's something I said early on, Marvel Snap's main concerns for me were card acquisition, but also that laddering in card games is fun to an extent. It can get a bit repetitive and a bit like you're not really going anywhere, especially if you're like hard stuck at a certain ladder. So having basically like finite leagues or finite batches of matches to play is an appealing proposition for me. I just hope they improve the medal shop generosity, shall we say. The Proving Grounds, we need to win 1 and it wins you a silver ticket to get into silver. That is a free entry here. Meanwhile, the entrance fee for silver is either the silver ticket from the Proving Grounds or 80 gold, or in this case, a gold ticket for Gold Conquest, which is where I'm at now. And Infinity Conquest requires either 500 gold or an Infinity ticket, which you can win by completing the last one. I guess if you like go like undefeated into Infinity Conquest here and get to this, then I guess the medal shop doesn't seem so bad. I guess ultimately, if you're very good at Snap, the prize wall might feel really good. Maybe I'm just bad at Snap. So let's play a 3-match Conquest, Gold Conquest now. So my entrance fee is going to be the ticket that I've already won. Here you go, this is the Infinity ticket that we're working towards. We get some medals for entry, put me up to 285 for my morning's haul. And here we are going in against a random opponent. And we need to pick a deck. Now, we get to pick a new deck each round. I'm having a lot of success with Death at the moment. I find that Death allows me to really play into some of the environments that you randomly get, and I have much better. Some decks I'll play a deck and I'll be like, oh, these environments have made that I just cannot win this match, I need to retreat. I don't find that with Death as much. I really like this, confirming what deck you want to play so you don't accidentally queue with the wrong deck. I think more card games should give you confirmation menus before going to prize events. The queues have been really short as well, which is pretty sweet. There we go, we had a 5-second queue time, now we're up against a real-life opponent, and as you can see, we've got health bars, and the orange pips show us how much we're going to lose if we were to lose this match. Right, let's play out on Nova, who's pumped up to be an X3. I guess that's... But irrelevant to that, it would be great if we had Deadpool turn 1. Blade from our opponent at 5 power, which is great if we draw Killmonger to set off our Nova and the Blade. Blade gets doubled thanks to Throne Room, but we drew Killmonger, so we don't really care. Play a Wolverine here. Won't be the biggest in Throne Room yet, but will be once we kill the Blade, who is a 5. And obviously Nova will give a point of power to Wolverine as well. Nightcrawler and Ant-Man mean they're on some form of like zoo or swarm or rush or whatever colloquialism you want to use, which means that Killmonger just went up in power quite dramatically. I'm going to snap here. Now, obviously, a surprise Killmonger out of Dark Dimension at the end of the game might be good for some decks, but we want to power up our Null and get our death cost down as well. I'm just going to straight, like, Wrath their board and grow my Wolverine, which is pretty strong. I'll take the 3-for-1 plus a power boost. That's a pretty good turn 3. Deathlock to pop Wolverine, gain 2 power and put it into a random zone. 14 power is a 7 double by Throne Room. And they've gone Swarm with this really cool variant and Angela. Death is now a 3. This is turn 5, so we're likely not going to get any way to destroy anything else to make Death cost less. So I think we're slamming Null next turn. So I think I'm going to go Death to secure the left side and Mr. Sinister over here to, yeah, play with it, mess with their head a little bit, mess with their math. So we're up to 16 on this side. Strong Guy is buffed. They have an empty hand. Elektra doesn't kill anything. Angela gets bigger. They're on 20 on that side. They have 1 card in hand. If they can play both cards, Strong Guy will grow. Shang-Chi would kill it. But I think I just slam Null onto the left and I'm going to struggle to win back more than 2 of these zones. We've snapped for 4. So we're going to rip into a third of their health bar. American Chavez in the middle. Seems like a bad line here. I guess it does get the Throne Room buff. So maybe that's what they were going for. But we win both left and middle. Left and right, losing middle. And we pip them for 4. So we're ready up for the next battle. And now we're ahead with the health bar. I feel like you can get a little bit more cocky. Or maybe that's just me. We got an Electro off of Camp Lahey. I don't even know. Is it Lahey? Down in the comment section. Play a Nova. I think it goes left to right when you're popping them with Killmonger, so I want Nova to be on the left of Deadpool if I put them both in the same area. Or even if I pop them with Venom, for example, too, because it goes sequentially through left to right. Jotunheim we don't want to go on. Going to use that energy efficiently by playing Bucky Barnes here. There's some weird tension in how I want to pop all my destructible things with my Venom. Bucky would have been better on there, but I guess Mr. Sinister is pretty good into Washington DC as well, because the clone that it makes has no abilities and gets the buff. So I think, again, for efficiency's sake, I go Mr. Sinister on the right, Deadpool on the left. Yeah, I think that's what I do, and then I can Venom in the middle next. Not middle, sorry. Venom onto Camp Lahey. Sorry, when I'm deep in thought, I start saying middle, left, and right all over the shop. So now we go Venom here. This gives us a Winter Soldier. It'll pop Nova, growing Deadpool to a 2. Deadpool will then get popped and go to a 4. It doubles whenever it dies. And then we have a 1-mana 4 for turn 5. Death will be 5 on turn 5, frustratingly. Oh, what else? I'm going to snap here. Well, I'll see what their cards are first. Don't want to be too hasty. Bishop and Electra. Electra doesn't do anything. So yeah, we'll snap here. Playing the Electra into my Nova lane, I guess to pop it early is a thing. So if I go Deadpool, Killmonger, pop the Deadpool. That then makes Death cost 4 next turn, which allows us to go Death plus a 2-drop. We don't have a 2-drop. I don't think we reliably draw one. Killmonger also kills their Electra for like a 1-point swing on the left. We're going for Deadpool, Killmonger, shoot my Death down. I'm just going to draw a 1-drop or a 2-drop to go alongside Death. Obviously, we're going to have Deadpool next turn anyway. Kill the Electra, kill our own Deadpool, shrink our Death, grow the power that our Null has, to be fair. It gives us 18 points if we had an extra power, which we don't. Because the Electra I never really had room to play it, I don't think. There's a Nightcrawler, which would be nice if our Killmonger had hit it, but there you go. Now we can go just Death plus Deadpool is 20 points. Yeah, that seems pretty good. 20 points of power, but where do we stick it? I think I put 12 over here, 8 in the middle. I don't think they reliably... I don't really know what they're playing. Like, they got discard cards like Swarm and Lady Sif, but then they've got like Angela and 1-drops for like the Swarm effect. Is it just a big 6-drop from them? How big is it? A Chavez in the middle. I mean, it wins them the mid, but doesn't win the left or the right, and then we take them to 2. And now we only have to, like, an early snap to try and get them to really sweat it is pretty fun at this point. Oh, turn 1 Deadpool onto Shuri's lab is always sweet, because we can keep growing this off of our Destructibles. So Deadpool becomes 2 power. They play a Nightcrawler, becomes 4. That's fine. Killmonger will sort this out. I'm snapping right now, because we've got so much good stuff. I think I Carnage early. That puts 8 power on Shuri's Lab and puts Deadpool back in our hand. I'm fine with that. They move Nightcrawler into Necrosha for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Undid what Shuri's Lab did. They should have moved this to the right-hand side, but that was a mistake. We draw Nova here. You play Bucky on the right. We play Deadpool on the left. They play a Bishop. Probably should have played Nova last turn before Deadpool, actually. That would have made more sense, I guess. Then we go Killmonger, pop the Nova, pop the Deadpool. We're going to use Deathlock on the right-hand side to pop the Bucky next turn. Bucky and Wolverine. Then we have Null on turn 6 for God knows how much power. Although, that means that we're not playing Deadpool at any point. Angela, Elektra. Oh, God, this Killmonger's about to end the Hulk a blade. Oh, that is 4 1-drops we're killing with Killmonger. This is the good shit. This is the good shit. We just pop like half the board, including 2 of our things, but it's worth it. Killmonger becomes an 8. We draw a Venom, which is sweet here. I think I play Deadpool, play a Venom, eat the Deadpool with the Venom, and then if we don't play Deadpool again, it's going to buff our Null by like 16 more points here, making it a 6 energy, 30 power drop for the mid lane there. Or we just play Death plus Deadpool for a grand total of 44 points of swing, plus the Wolverine too. Jeez. We go Wolverine in the mid lane with Deathlock, Deadpool on the left for 64 points of Shuri's Lab goodness, Death on the right. We can't snap past 2. You can't even like bad mana snap them because they're on 2 life. Where does Wolverine show up? In Shuri's Lab. Deadpool shows up, goes to 64. Death shows up. America Chavez doesn't get him there. 85 points on the left. I'll take it. Easy game. Easy game. I love this deck. So we went undefeated there. I don't even have a title. I got like a vanilla portrait, no title, because I'm cool like that. And then what you'll see here is that we'll get our medals. It'll smash our opponent's portrait. We defeated them and it'll scroll us up like Mortal Kombat style. Don't know if I want to say that in a sponsored video. Up on the ladder. Let's go battle 2. I'm going to play Death again. We are in with a tiny queue time as always, which I love to see. Since 3, 4, and 5 cards can't be added here. So they're going to snap immediately on seeing Miniature Lab. Well, that might just be what they normally do. I'm going to slam a Deadpool into middle lane. See, Miniature Lab like bums me out on decks where you want to set up like a win over time, like with Wong and setting up multiple pieces over 4, 5, and 6. But with the Death deck, you just get to play huge power on turn 6 anyway. So it's pretty sweet. We'll play Wolverine to Danger Room and no, don't worry if he gets killed. Danger Room again benefits the Death deck. We've got a Zabu in there. Oh god. So 4-cost dot deck. And then do I Carnage the mid lane and hope it doesn't get popped with a Danger Room? Yeah, I think that's fine. So we kill the Deadpool. Kill the Wolverine. Wolverine will respawn into one of these zones. Danger Room. Did Danger Room kill my Carnage? It did not. They played an Enchantress. We're going to play Deadpool and Deathlock to pop our Deadpool and double it to a 4. Rock Slide, put some rocks in our deck. Just more fodder to be blown up, really. That's why I don't play Phoenix Force, because you often like blow up rocks and ninjas and the crap that's been given to you by an area. And then when you do that, you get a Phoenix Force that reses a rock and it feels really bad. Not the most impressive turn 5 here. I think we're just playing a Death for 12 into the Baxter building, putting us on 18 in Baxter. They're putting Darkhawk in here. Oh, God. So I've never seen Jeff. I watched the reveal stuff for him. We play Death. We're losing now because Darkhawk has plus 2 power for each card in your opponent's deck. Oh, rough. So I guess we just Shang-Chi the Darkhawk, play a Deadpool into the middle. I think so. We're just giving up Miniature Lab entirely. They're going to move Jeff and put something else in Jeff's slot. They're revealing that they have priorities. Hopefully they reveal another like 10-drop Darkhawk style card. And we just pop it with Shang-Chi and we're laughing all the way. In case it's a Hobgoblin, I guess I put a rock down. Yeah, I do that. They move Jeff to the left. Put something else on the left we don't care about. Miles Morales, that's fine. Shang-Chi here pops Death. Oh no, we got Shang-Chi'd. And now when we pop their Darkhawk, we lose. Now if I'd put Deadpool in this lane, we still would have lost. That's fine. We had such a hot draw over the last several games for this to be a bit wonky. That's fine. Like, we would have liked Danger Room popped our Wolverine, I guess. Or if I hadn't put Deadpool in Danger Room before opening it popped it, something like that. Right, next game. We're down 4 cubes on our health bar. Destroy all cards in Murder World. I'll snap for this. Why not? Why not? I've come to live dangerously, even though I'm behind on the health bar. So the great thing about playing like the back and forth games like this is that we now know they're on Shang-Chi and we have to be aware of that for our late game play. Shang-Chi is very good against our deck, to be fair. They return Kitty Pryde to their hand. We put Bucky Barnes into Murder World. Korg from our opponent, putting rocks in our deck to make Darkhawk good. Tinker's Workshop puts it up to 4 energy on turn 3, which we can't utilise unless we draw... We drew a rock, which is something, I guess. We'll just play the rock, because we can pop it with Killmonger. Or Venom, but it's pretty bad to pop with Venom. Rock Slide, okay. More rocks for our deck. More power for the Darkhawk. So you make a Winter Soldier. We pop a Wolverine... He appears in Westview. Death is now a 6 mana creature. The Raft appears. I think we Deathlock here, grow the Wolverine. They're going to get to Raft before we do. Which is going to give them a 0-cost 6 drop. Aye, 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 aye. I guess we could have Killmonger to kill the Cork. That wouldn't have been terrible. I think I commit to winning Murder World here. And if they Shang-Chi me on the right-hand side, that's going to be rough. But I guess they got a full board in the mid, so we can play Death in the middle. And we haven't popped Korg with Killmonger. Wolverine goes to the right. Venom is a 16 power on the left. Black Bolt discards our Death. Rough stuff. And they've now got a 0-drop 6 coming plus a Shang-Chi, which they're going to put on the left, right? I think I'm meant to retreat here. Can I just lose? And they're going to have a Raft plus a Shang-Chi, most likely. I think I retreat because we just lose 6 at the final here. I don't think Killmonger plus Mr. Sinister is going to actually win us the game. So here with that unique element of Marvel Snap that I really like is that actually it's correct to retreat now, not play to your outs. So we're going to retreat because the Raft absolutely ruined us, as did Black Bolt taking the Death there. Because I thought we were going to have like 3 lanes where Shang-Chi would be good. Oh, God, the gameplay loop of Marvel Snap is so good. I'm not just saying that because this is sponsored. So cards here have +5 power. Good stuff. So they snap. I snap too, because if we go to next turn, we just lose anyway. 2 cube max now. We actually have to really claw it back if we win this, which I'm not feeling confident about. Our opponent has absolutely smacked us about for 2 games now. So we get a new hand after turn 3. So Bucky into Nidavellir, Zabu from our opponent. And we're just going to Deathlock the Bucky Barnes lane. Polaris pills Bucky Barnes over there, meaning Deathlock does nothing. That was a good Polaris. Really good. Our opponent's playing too much interaction. Shang-Chi's and Polarises. And it's wrecking us. Wolverine into the Isle of Silence. At least we haven't seen like a Cosmo or an armor from them. That would suck. Does Deadpool's double of power include the Nidavellir bonus? Challenger in the mid lane. Korg on the right-hand side. Putting a rock in our deck. And then we've got Wolverine, Deadpool. It's a Nova. That's something. Death will be a 5 mana... 12 power Shang-Chi target after this, because we're about to hit Deadpool, Nova, and their Cork. Jeff and Spider-Man. Deadpool doesn't double the passive from the environment, unfortunately. Is Venom just better here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's become an 8/8, which means that it's gonna not get killed by a Shang-Chi, which is pretty good. Shang-Chi will probably hit Deathlock and Killmonger. It's going to be rough, so we just lose Nidavellir. We just lose to Shang-Chi again on the left. Any way we beat Shang-Chi on the left. Even if we Venom here, if Wolverine lands on the left and they Shang-Chi, they got Prio as well. Oh, they have Prio, so I guess we do this. Was that bad? I was running out of time. This is Shang-Chi, right? Yeah, we just lose to it. What was the line there? Venom the right-hand side, get Wolverine into the middle. They play a Dark. Yeah, I don't know what my winning line was there at any point, if I'm honest. I got absolutely destroyed. Dark Hawk was pretty popular when I stopped playing a couple months ago, and Jeff is new to me. I know these cards have been good in certain decks. Oh, that was rough. So now we get to see what our first defeat looks like. We'll upgrade some stuff later. That knocks us out, right? I think it's keep going in. Yeah, Conquest incomplete. And now we're back to... And now for 200 gold, we can jump back in on gold. Or we can go up from the bottom again. Bearing in mind that, just to show you, when we enter the Proving Grounds, I think you just get... Yeah, you start afresh and you get all the medals for entry and stuff. So if we went into gold... Oh, we're in Proving Grounds now, so we have to pray through that. But if we were in gold, we would get the entry fee, I think, as well at the bottom. Like, you get like bonus medals and stuff. I really quite like it. I think I like it more than laddering. Although I guess it probably tells you and confirms if you're bad. Because with laddering, you can go up and down, just like, got to be unlucky. I guess you can always claim you got unlucky. But with Conquest, you can be like, have you ever completed the Conquest? And you can be like, no. Like trophying in certain leagues and other card games. Anyway, that was a bit of Marvel Snap with a bit of Conquest. I was playing the Death deck today. Got absolutely ruined by an opponent who... I feel like they were like 4 steps ahead of me in every capacity, from deck building to gameplay as well. I am both rusty and not very good. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you have been playing any Conquest or plan to play any Conquest. Hope this is informative and interesting, and I'll see you in the next one. And thanks to Marvel Snap for reaching out and sponsoring a video on the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.